You know, he's known mostly for his versatile defensive work, but Truck chipping in offensively here.
He never stops working. A tough upbringing, that motor is what's brought him this far.
And Clark, the Pistons were that great roadblock to the Bulls' title aspirations. It seemed like every year Chicago got a little bit closer.
You're exactly right, Kevin. Each playoffs, they pushed the series just a little bit further until finally, last season, they swept the Pistons in the Eastern Conference Finals, breaking through to win the franchise's first ever NBA title.
And the Pistons coming off a 1-2 road trip, Mike. Their last game, a loss in Miami, where they shot, 11 free throws to the Heat's 41 free throw attempts.
Yeah, Joe Dumars was the only Pistons starter to get to the line. Meanwhile, everyone from Miami seemed to be living there. So that was the game. And if I'm headed down the dark alley, I'll take Truck by my side. Nobody's going to want any trouble.
Yeah, I agree there, Mike. He doesn't say a lot. He doesn't have to. One look is enough for him to get his message across.
Clemens passes to Lambier. Back to Truck. Lambier dishes to Truck. Shot clock at 6. There's the triple. Sinks the three-pointer. Clemson's got 6. And a third-round pick back in 1983. Mike, Truck got his start on those great Celtics teams.
No better place to learn about winning. 4 straight finals runs from 84 to 87 and 2 NBA titles.
Off target, Truck taking up the airspace. The dish to Lambier, and stolen by Jordan. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Armstrong passes to Paxson. Armstrong against Thomas, and he can't stop the run as he misses. Over Armstrong. That's good from Thomas on the assist by Truck. And Mike, for the season, the Bulls are among the league leaders in assists at almost 28 a game.
They moved the ball well, and they had to improve in that area in order to finally overcome the Pistons' defensive scheme, famously known as the Jordan rules.
And so, both teams trading buckets as we end. And we welcome you back to the second quarter here at the Palace of Auburn Hills for the 4th matchup of the regular season between the Detroit Pistons and the Chicago Bulls.
And the Pistons were very frustrated in their loss to Miami the other night. Coach got ejected, and there were 5 other technical fouls called.
And I think the Pistons frustrated just overall this season, especially when they've played on the road.
And it's Truck missing.
Jordan not letting his guard down against Truck, not relaxing at all, giving him his full attention defensively.
Jordan outside. Pass to Armstrong. Shot clock at 5. Comes up empty, and he's now 5 for 8. And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for the Pistons. Mike leading the league in scoring for the 6th consecutive season, the great Michael Jordan.
Surprise, surprise. A hair under 30 points per game this season, and that's a dip from what he's accustomed to.
Pass to Walker. Kicks it out to Truck. Sally with a screen on Armstrong. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Chicago trailing here. Pass to Hobson. And Jordan has it in the corner. Shoots over Truck. Jordan missing. Nice defense there by Truck. And defensively, the Pistons have been, Mike, as stout as ever. But scoring the ball this season, that has been the challenge.
And their backcourt is normally responsible for the bulk of their scoring, along with Aguirre. But they'll need somebody else to chip in offensively.
Purdue with a screen on Walker. Kicks it to Armstrong. Purdue the screen. High post shot. Count that bucket.
You know, Armstrong grew up in the Detroit area, idolizing Isaiah Thomas.
And up until last year's playoffs, he'd really struggled playing here in Detroit. Some added pressure in front of friends and family.
Truck can't get that one to fall. And the league leader in rebounding, Clark, Dennis Rodman, averaging 18.5 per game.
Boy, that's a ridiculous stat. I mean, his defensive rebounding rate more than twice what it was his rookie season. I mean, he's literally made a science of it, studying where shots are coming off and how he can get there using his strength and length.
That one's good, and the Piston lead is cut down to just one on the basket from Armstrong. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Lambeer's checked in for Bedford. Rodman comes in for Salad. Aguaya's checked in for Walker. And it's Dumars in for Thomas. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Bill Cartwright, he's checked in for Purdue. Grant comes in for King. Scottie Pippen's checked in for Hobson. And it's Paxson in for Armstrong. And the Bulls, Mike, so explosive offensively.
A great 1-2 punch with Jordan and Pippen. And with Paxson, Hodges, and Armstrong, they surround them with shooters. Such an excellent teammate. Dumars guys appreciate when he passes it to them when they're open.
Bulls trail by 3. And so far, the Pistons got to be happy, Mike, with what they've been getting from Truck.
He's played Jordan pretty even so far. Definitely holding his own. That's impressive.
And for more on Truck, let's go across court to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, big minutes for Truck, who's bounced around quite a bit. This is his 5th team in 9 seasons, so I'm sure there's added pressure for him to play well. Back to you.
Pressure indeed, D.A. Thank you. Well, we always talk about the pressure on the stars, Clark, but for those fringe players, they're just trying to hang around.
And now he's tasked with taking on the MVP, Kevin. That's a really tall order.
Excellent work, contesting the shot and then positioned perfectly to go after the rebound.
Down low, Dumars. The rebound by Cartwright. Bulls trail by 5. They need to find a high percentage shot, Clark, to regain some of that confidence.
I think they've gone too long without seeing one go down, and that begins to mess with your psyche.
Outside for Jordan. Shot from the top of the key. Connects. The jumper drops. Jordan's got 13.
I'll tell you, trying to defend Michael Jordan one-on-one is just about impossible.
Agree with that. Incredibly quick first steps he has, and if he doesn't blow by you, he can probably overpower you.
With Rodman, you have to be aware of where he is. Get a body on him, really box him out. Dennis is always looking for an offensive rebound.
Pippen feeling it out a bit. Feeds to Jordan. For 3, Paxson. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Pistons lead by 5. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And we're back for the second half of play here in Auburn Hills, Michigan, as the Pistons look to get a win against their rivals, the Chicago Bulls.